Welcome to Songs from the CoronaZone number 105. Lots of crazy stuff's been happening in the last couple of days around this joint. Just thought to tell you about it. I still do have a problem with my internet lines. I don't have a problem with the internet itself, and I'm managing to get signal. But as you know, yesterday was a bit of a harrowing day as all of a sudden Restream, which you'll see the little logo up in that corner. It's right there. I'm just pointing right to it right now. That's the Restream logo because that sends me out to YouTube and Twitch and Periscope all at the same time. And it acted up. It did some funny stuff and wound up basically making my computer reboot without me telling it to. Now, all this is to say, if we have another problem, those of you on YouTube, thanks for coming. It's an experiment to try to get some YouTube traction here, and I'm getting 5 or 6 or 7 of you a day. There's another 100 over at Facebook, but I know some of you aren't on Facebook. If you feel like coming over to Facebook, it's Dan Navarro Music at Facebook, and I've been going live every day. This is episode number 105. I think there's only about 4 on YouTube. Anyway, all this is to say, welcome. It's another day. It's a Tuesday. Here we go. We're in week 19 here, and it's been just kind of nutso to be doing this so much. But, you know, I'm not stopping. Trying to figure out what's next. You know, nobody really knows. I do have another broadcast coming on Saturday to tell you about. At I think it's at 8 p.m. Eastern Time from Facebook Live. I'm going from the ARC page. The ARC is in Ann Arbor, Michigan. It's one of the preeminent folk clubs in the country. Longest standing, best reputation, played there many times over the years, run by my dear friend Anya Siglin. And so I'll be playing there in what they call the Family Room series for an hour on Saturday evening. Now, those of you who've been coming to these streams lately, for the last dozen weeks out of the 19, the first 7 weeks I was doing all kinds of stuff. For the last 12 weeks, I've been doing fan sets. A fan sends in a 15, 16 song set, which means I've gotten at least a dozen 20 song sets, and I've had to write them back going, there ain't time. This means you. So that's going to keep going for another 2 weeks. The rest of this week and into next week. I've had a couple of people want to start doing sets into August. And I got to figure out what to do about that because I'd like to move into some other stuff. But if you want to hear me do something other than what other people are telling me to do, come to the ARC at Facebook Live on Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, where I'll be going for an hour live doing a set of my choice. I haven't done a set of my choice in a while. I'm just noodling here. So today is Leigh Redwine's set. Everybody has their own take on how it goes. Leigh drew exclusively from Lowen Navarro songs. There are none of my later stuff. I put out 12 songs on my album, and I've got about 15 songs for the next. So there's a good 30 songs to pick from that are not part of this, but she stuck to her favorites, and that's the idea. I mean, it's not a complaint, it's just an observation. She also picked 2 covers, one of which I played many times as a singer, and I actually played it as a player a couple times, when I was in a trio with Steve Postel and Danny Korchmar, and a song that Danny co-wrote. I'll be doing that up toward the front, and toward the middle end, basically a complete classic that was much more involved than I thought it was. So, let me see. Jamie Harris is doing a watch party. Let's all go over there. I'm kidding. Welcome to the CoronaZone, and a fond iced tea welcome to the Dan fam. I haven't even looked to see who's here yet. I usually do that up at the beginning. You would think after 100 episodes, I would have this down to a science. I would say it's a little bit more of an art form. I would actually say more realistically, it's, you know what it really is. It's a train wreck, you guys. This is welcome to my train wreck. There's 57 of you here. Hi, Ann Saunders. Your name came up first, Ann Saunders. I'm very honored. I miss you. I miss you. When is virtual Falcon Ridge? I want to know. Hi, Maria Borges. Hi, Maureen Gleason. Jed Long. Ron Webster. Robert Dale Klein. Hey, brother. How are you, man? Okay. Somebody sent me an email. People don't know I'm on the air. Hi, Elke. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Maria. Yes. Is that greater than? Well, yeah. Hey, Brent Harvey. Got my trophy right over there. Brent Harvey gave me something really cool back in November. I've got to enter something for next year. That's what I got to do. Hi, Marty Barrett. Hi, Sandy Ray. Leigh, this is your set. Iced tea is your favorite drink. I've been getting Arnold Palmer, pre-made Arnold Palmer. They make it fully sugared, light, and 0 calorie. And I get the 0 calorie. And it's really good. I get them by the gallon. Hi, Mary Petrie-Lawn. Hi, Donna Evers. Hi, Denise. Hi, Mimi Valtierra Pavnik. Hey, Ren. How are you? Ren Sinclair. Denise Kendall Lapointe. Bobby Jacobson. Love you. Hey, Matt Davis. My Spectrum appointment went fine. They came early, which really annoyed me because I was in the middle of a business call. But it went well. I still have some issues to sort out, not the least of which, they can't get to the pole. I have a shed in the way, and it's completely covered in bougainvillea. I need to get a gardener out here and then figure out, do I move the shed or what do I do? Hi, Judy. Hi, Kathy Mary. Hi, Bobby. Are you getting no sound again? I still have some issues to sort out. So I'm getting sound. They can't get to the pole. I have a shed in the way, and it's completely covered in bougainvillea. I need to skin my shed is what I'm going bats. I'm going completely crazy here. I only go outside to take out the trash. I haven't touched another human being in 3 months. It'll be 3 months. It's 3 months today. Jesus. And it's a good thing none of you are here, or I'd be hugging on all of you, even the boys. Just saying. Hi, Nancy Lesiotis. Hi, Melissa. You didn't miss anything. I've just been blah, 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 blah for the last, 9 minutes. I've been just blather, 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 blather. Hey, dude, you're just out of surgery and you're here? Man, that's dedication. Hi, Carl Smead. Hi, Marlon. Love you. Hey, Ron Webster. No, we're not back to Facebook exclusively. We're still going out over the others, at least I think. I haven't checked YouTube. I could real quick. Should I? I don't have, is my pad here? My pad is handy. Let me double check. But basically, if anything happens, I'm going back to Facebook exclusively. Now, that's for today. Before I do that, it's not out of the question I'm going to dump Restream and go with StreamYard. I want to see how it is. You know, that's really what I'm trying to do right now is figure out how to do all of this in a broader, more fun way. Oh, there we go. That was YouTube, and I just ignored it. YouTube. Hello, 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 hello. There's a picture of Leigh Sklar, my brother, my buddy. I love that cat. Dan Navarro songs from the CoronaZone. And it is, we're live. There's only one person over there. Hi, person in YouTube land. I'm mostly doing YouTube because I have people that I know that will not do Facebook. And it's as simple as that. And Facebook, you know, is what it is. Hi, Lindsay Corey. Hi, Reba, my darling. Hey, Peter. Thanks for the heads up about your set. I got it all wrong. Yours is Friday. Let me see. Mark Levant. Red Arnold Palmer. Well, it's you know, it's only got so much lemonade in it. It's not as yellow as it could be, and it's not separated out, which leads me to believe it may actually just be lemon flavoring and not lemon juice. Who knows? Bottom line, no calories, and I love it. Hey, Bob Simcoe, how are you? Hey, Janice Ditchfield. Janice, your set is on Saturday. So I'm still trying to figure out exactly what to do. Joanna Yukiko Haneda, nice to see you. I've missed you. We haven't been doing union meetings, so I never get to see her. Write me a letter. Tell me what you're up to. There are nice people here. Hi, Diana Levinson. Love you, darling. Hi, Stacy Taylor. Love you, too. I've been making iced coffee out of Bulletproof. Hi, Gabriella Halleck. Lots of L's. Hi, Jenny Hilliker. What was I doing? I was blah, 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 blah. This is the yammering part of this set. I'm just going through and doing kind of a quick roll call. Hey, Paul Wiltberger. Yeah, he's talking to Carl Smead. Hi, Mary Jane Shapiro. Hi, John Underland. We need to talk. Hi, Kathy O'Donnell. Hi, Tammy Delphin. So we're either going to do your set on Sunday. Frankly, I want to do it during the week, which is going to extend the sets out another week or something. I got to figure it out. I really need a day off, and the only way I can squeeze you in is to do you on the Sunday. So, yeah, you're drinking, God, in the Imperial Valley iced coffee, absolutely. My son got me an iced coffee jug. It's a jug that's got a central little strainer trough. You pour the coffee in there and you cold brew the stuff rather than making hot coffee and then having to ice it down. It good. I love it. Okay, well, that's all for us for today. I think I'm just going to basically go take a bath and take a nap, and I'm going to leave. I'm going to put a recording of, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that at all. How many people saw the Simon and Garfunkel thing I posted today on Facebook? Somebody just basically, actually, you know what? It was Mary Catherine Alden commented on it, and I saw it and loved it and put it up. It was some real serious hardcore detail on the writing and the recording of Bridge Over Troubled Water. And it was pretty exceptional. I knew a lot of this stuff, but to actually see Larry Nectel playing the piano, and he's normally a bass player. Joe Osborne played on it. Hal Blaine played the drums, which they didn't do until the third verse and chorus. Paul wrote the song as a 2-verse, 2-chorus song. And Roy Halley and Art Garfunkel both said, you need a third verse. Write a third verse. He goes, no, I don't think it should have a third verse. And he ended up doing it. And that's when it gets really huge with those cannon drums. Pretty amazing song. And, you know, the story of writing something that turns into a classic over time, it's pretty weird and pretty amazing. And I guess maybe I know a little bit about that, only a little, but it still blows my mind that anything I'm associated with has hit anything anywhere close to that status. I'm not saying that I'm as good as Paul Simon, or that We Belong is as good as Bridge Over Troubled Water. But it has been 35 years since We Belong came out, so... Leigh, it's a really cool set. Goes something like this. Wake up each day with the weight of the world spreading over your shoulder. Can't get away from the weight of the world crushing down on you. A hard road in your mind, sudden turns you can't define. There is no shade, there is no light, and you're afraid it's all gonna go on forever. Wake up each day with the weight of the world spreading over your shoulders. Can't get away from the weight of the world crushing down on you. It's all too much to face, losing touch and saving grace. What you can't live when time takes away, so you won't have to face the clouds or the weather. all too much to face. Losing touch and saving grace. What you can't live with, time takes away. I just repeated the second verse. The song just got longer. And if you find no path to glory, nothing sacred, nothing holy, change your tune to fit the story and let the details all be damned. If there's a liberty, you'll take it, and if you can't force it, break it, or make it all seem real if it takes you forever. You can't repeat the verse if it takes you forever. Wake up each day with the weight of the world spreading over your shoulders. Can't get away from the weight of the world crushing down on you. With the weight of the world crushing down on you. With the weight of the world crushing down on you. Well, this is what happens on hot days. You sort of wind up repeating yourself. Not the least of which is, this is what happens on hot days, that you wind up, repeating yourself. Just saying. YT, 14 minutes. I'm all confused. I'm sitting here. You know what actually is, when you look at the stream and the Dan Fam backwards, it makes no sense whatsoever, which is actually good because it could end up making more sense that way. So. For the preacher, 'cause I think I'm gonna stumble. Try not to mumble so he can hear my prayer. I look for salvation, but I can't see out my window. I'll just hide and disappear. I had a teacher, and he led me through the jungle. But where was he when I crumbled into pieces of clay? When I tried to put my best face on, the damn thing always fit me wrong. Too bad, you got nothing to say. 'Cause there is no rod to walk upon, and there is no room to fly. I'll try everything a man has got to try until the well runs dry. Until the well runs dry. I had a lover, and she led me to the slaughter. So I dove into the water and swore I believed When I tried to put my best face on, you know the damn thing always fit me wrong. Too bad you got nothing up your sleeve. 'Cause there is no road to Acapulco, and there is no room to fly. I'll try everything a man has got to try until the well runs dry. Until the well runs dry. Take the problem in my hand till the well runs dry. I think I'll stand up tall, be a man till the well runs dry. But every time I put my best face on, I say, why? When there is no road to walk upon, and there is no room to find, I'll try everything a man has got to try until the well runs dry. Until the well runs dry. Until the well runs dry. Written sometime between 1991 and 1992, probably leaning more toward 91. That particular song I wrote alone, and I wrote it slowly, so it's a little bit of a vague memory as to exactly when all the pieces fell into place. And I don't think I even really played it for Eric. I mean, I wrote it before we recorded Broken Moon, but I never played it for him. I didn't play it for him until about 1994, and then we stuck it on an album in 1995. It's on the Pendulum album. Yeah, I'm noticing that 2 songs from now, one of the cover songs, I've left my iPad in the corner, so I'm going to go get that in a little minute. But first, I don't know what the temperature is where you are. It's actually not too bad outside, but it's frickin' 100 degrees in my house because I don't have air conditioning. I live near the ocean, so most buildings here don't have air conditioning. But I also keep all the windows closed because I need quiet. I'm sensitive to noise. I hear noise and I get really I'm totally lying. I'm doing it mostly because I don't want extraneous noise here. I even put up like a chair with a blanket to shield the computer so you guys won't hear that. I haven't actually looked at the YouTube broadcast. I just have it on the sort of. Oh no, maybe it's not here. Oh, hello. I might be wrong. That's number 11. Here's number, oh no, here it is. Yeah, there it is. How many people are on? So yeah, so Bobby, you've got no sound on Facebook Live. So I'm now looking at the chat. There's Maria here and Melissa and Bobby and me saying I can't spell because I put all that stuff up. I'm going to put this someplace where I can see it so I can see what's going on. Oh, Jesus, did I just... No, Siri, I'm not interested in talking to you. I don't want to talk to you. Skip the trial. Quit trying to sell me things, you guys. You YouTube sellers, you. I'm going to move the power to here. Pretty strange. Hope I don't drop my guitar. Lots of strange stuff going on here, but I'm finally starting to get the hang of this. I will say one thing about going to YouTube is every day I see something like 5 or 6 copyright claims by people saying you're performing copyrighted material. Stop that. It does the covers, but it also does my own songs. The publishing companies that own portions of my songs try to stop me from playing them. What I've discovered is that I've got a company called Orchard that is dealing with all of that stuff, and they're talking to Universal Music and Sony Music saying it's his stuff, you know. I love this song. I'm glad you picked it, Leigh. It's a wicked world. Faith comes and goes. People change like the weather, from sunshine to snow. Sometimes feelings linger, no matter how you try. You fall under the spell of something you cannot deny. Strong enough to cross the miles, ocean deep or river wild. When I close my eyes at night, I won't be lonely, 'cause you stay on my mind. Darling, you stay on my mind. You got me fair and square, right between the eyes. I dropped my sword and my Bible and my cheap disguise. Sometimes when I look back on how it used to be, nobody made the connection like you do me. Strong enough to cross the miles, ocean deep or river wide. When I close my eyes at night, I won't be lonely, 'cause you stay on my mind. Darling, you stay on my mind. I think about you nearly all the time. Darling, you stay on my mind. You stay on my mind. Darling, you stay on my mind. I think about you nearly all the time. Darling, you stay on my mind. You stay on my mind. You Also from the album Pendulum, That You Stay on My Mind, co-written with Tom Littlefield from Nashville, Tennessee, Eric Lowen, and myself. So I'm going to step away for a second to get my iPad, which is right over there. Talk amongst yourselves. I got to hope that this sucker lasts, because it's an older iPad and the battery doesn't last very long. It depletes itself very, very quickly, and I forgot to charge it up overnight. But I only need it for three songs. So hopefully it will last, and if it doesn't last, if I remember to turn it off, it'll last. So let me see, what do I got? Where is it? There we go. Is that on the list? I need it for 4 songs. I'm going to go get the battery power. That's what I'm going to do, because I'm going to screw this up otherwise. Always a work in process here in the CoronaZone. So this place right now, because it's basically a production studio, looks like an ADD pawnbroker owns it. It's all pretty weird. Boy, wouldn't it be fun if... there we go, I'm back. This is my this is my battery, which is... it's massive. I can't even remember who makes it. I don't think there's a brand name on it. Jackery, great name. Anything like fuckery, I think it is. It's one of the great words of all time. Okay, that's not plugging in. Let's try this one more time. Caca. Caca pipi duro. ¿Dónde está el pinche hoyito? ¿Quiénes de aquí sabe qué quiere decir la palabra pinche? Okay, I'm not doing this without looking. I'm gonna have to look to plug it in. It's an old iPad. Oh, don't tell me the plug won't plug in now all of a sudden. There we go. Jesus blinking effing Christ. And yes, I'm much more easily frustrated these days. I'll bet you guys are too. You know why? Because I haven't been out of the house in 4 months. It really does feel like solitary confinement, just saying. So I mentioned that I had a trio at one point. We only did like a half a dozen shows or something, with Danny Korchmar and Steve Postel. Now, later, Cooch and Steve became a band with Leland Sklar, Russ Kunkel, and Waddy Wachtel, and they are known as the Immediate Family. They're my buddies. I've gotten to play. I never got to play with Waddy yet, but I've played with Leland before. Leland's on 2 songs on my album, and I've played with Russ Kunkel before, one show. Let me see if I got this right. So I've sung this song. I've sung it with Danny and Steve. I've sung harmonies. I've never sung lead on it. Ooh, well, look at that girl with the lights coming up in her eyes. She's got to be somebody's baby. She must be somebody's baby. All the guys on the corner stand back and let her walk on by. She's got to be somebody's baby. She must be somebody's baby. She's got to be somebody's baby. She's so fine. She's probably somebody's only light gonna shine tonight. Yeah, she's probably somebody's baby, alright. Well, I found her talking with a friend when she thought nobody else was around. She said she's got to be somebody's baby. She must be somebody's baby. 'Cause when the cars and the signs and the streetlights light up the town, she's got to be somebody's baby. She must be somebody's baby. She's got to be somebody's baby. She's gotta be somebody's only light gonna shine tonight. Yeah, she's gonna be somebody's baby tonight. I try to shut my eyes, but I can't get her out of my sight. I know I'm gonna know her, but I gotta get over my fright. I'm gonna walk up to her, I'm gonna talk to her tonight. Gonna be somebody's only light gonna shine tonight. Yeah, she's gonna be somebody's baby tonight. Oh yeah, she's gonna be somebody's only light gonna shine tonight. Yeah, she's gonna be somebody's baby tonight. Gonna shine tonight, make it mine tonight. Gonna shine tonight, make it mine tonight. My favorite part of the whole song. The thing that's really funny to me, Jackson Browne has written some of the most gut-wrenching, emotional, insightful songs, and this is his biggest hit. And Danny Korchmar, if you're watching, brother, love you, man, good tune. Yeah, she's gonna be somebody's only light, gonna shine tonight. Yeah, she's gonna be somebody's baby tonight. Yeah, she's gonna be somebody's only light, gonna shine tonight. Yeah, she's gotta be somebody's baby tonight. Well, man, I hope you guys had half as much fun as I did playing that song. You know, that movie, that was from Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and there's a little, I went to go see Fast Times in the first couple of days it was out. I didn't go to the premiere, but there's a backstory to it. You all know the story of the famous singing waiter restaurant where Eric and I worked, and that's where we met. We were singing waiters, and we met doing this day job, or night job, but in other words, it was a straight job, but it did have a musical aspect to it. And what's not common knowledge, or I've only talked about it once or twice, is that one of the cooks was a guy named Bobby Romanis. Bobby played drums on the first recording I ever did with Eric. It was a recording of a song called Connie Wants a Boyfriend that we cut in very late 1979, and then I went off to England to live for a year. Bobby was one of the cooks at Great American Food and Beverage Company, High Pockets, at the corner of Santa Monica and La Cienega in Hollywood. Well, 2 years pass. I guess it was 1981 that this movie came out. I want to say 81. Might have been 83. I'm going to look that up. Or maybe Maria Borges can look it up, except she's over on the other platform. So let's see. We're going to have a race. Who's going to do it? Who's going to get there first? So, ooh, that's my neighbor dumping out stuff. Fast Times at Ridgemont. 1982. It was 1982. So I go to England to live for the year. I come back, and I'm working at the restaurant for a few weeks at the very tail end of 1980 into early 81. And I ended up leaving the restaurant and went to work for my uncle's ad agency. Well, Bob Romanis still worked at the restaurant, but he was trying to be an actor. He ended up getting a part in a movie called Foxes with Jodie Foster. And his breakthrough role is that he played Damone, the ticket scalper, in Fast Times. Kind of always talked a little like this. He goes, I got really good seats for like Cheap Trick. The Dream Police. I want you to want me. And he talked a little bit like this, Bobby did. Anyway, he ended up working quite a bit. You know, I mean, Fast Times, Jesus God, I mean, it was, you know, Sean Penn and Judge Reinhold and Phoebe Cates and Jennifer Jason Leigh, and the people that came out of that movie were amazing. But Bobby was a buddy, still is a buddy. I saw him at a wedding in December. You know, we're old friends. But so we all went to that movie together, all of us from the, about 20 of us from the restaurant, to cheer on our good friend. Another little bit of trivia is that in the movie, he's wearing this keyboard scarf. It's a keyboard. They were very popular in the early 80s. Well, the scarves were marketed by my friend, our friend, Eddie David, who had gone to college with Eric. Eddie had started a cheesecake company in college, or right after college. They called him Cheesy Eddie. But he decided to market these things, and he did very, very, very well with them. Edgerton Enterprises. And Bob wore one in the movie. They became pretty damn popular, just saying. So everything ties together. I think that's really one of the things that I'm getting, you know, I want you guys to get from this, is that there are no accidents, there are no coincidences, and yeah, you know, it's Bobby no longer has the cafe. Bobby had a yes, Diana. Bobby had a coffee house in NoHo. It's been a while. I want to say it was about 2013. So it's been about 7 years now. It lasted for about 3 years, and then he closed it. But yes, I played there. Bob called me and said, how do you feel about playing my little coffee house? And I went, shit, yeah, are you kidding? Chance to get back and, you know, hang with you, man? So yes, Bob is an amazing guy. Favorite Bob Dylan song, which I got to put on an album when I put out my live record 10 years ago. If today was not an endless highway, if tonight was not a crooked trail, if tomorrow wasn't such a long time, Living lonesome would mean nothing to you at all. Yes, and only if my own true love is waiting. If I could hear her heart a softly pounding. Yes, and only if she were lying by me. But I lie in my bed once again. I can't see my reflection in the water. I can't speak the sound to show no pain. I can't hear the echo of my footsteps, or remember the sound of my own name. Yes, and only if my own true love is waiting. If I could hear her heart a softly pounding. Yes, and only if she were lying by me. I lie in my bed once again. There's a beauty in that silver singing river. There's a beauty in that rainbow in the sky. But none of these and nothing else can touch the beauty I remember in my true love's eye. Yes, and only if my own true love is waiting. If I could hear her heart a softly pounding. Yes, and only if she were lying by me. When I lie in my bed once again. When I lie in my bed once again. Bob Dylan never put that on a studio album. There are only two versions that I'm aware of by him. One is on the Greatest Hits Volume 2, which is a concert recording from Carnegie Hall 1962, and wrong guitar. And then a few years ago, 7 or 8 years ago, something like that, a version came out on what they called the bootleg series that Columbia Records put out. So multiple... all kinds of stuff from the vaults. And what it was his publishing demos from Mark Whitmark, which is a major New York publisher. There's a lyric change. The version I know either has a segment without this that doesn't rhyme. I'm attempting to tune a 12-string on a live stream. Which is truly ambitious. Especially since it seems to be the Yammer killer. But I want it to be right. I can't play a 12 string. I would never want to leave that sentence half finished. I can't play a 12 string without thinking of a couple of things. You know, bird songs and the guitar solo to Hard Day's Night. The thing is, once you change one string, the tension on the neck changes, so they all change a little. Written by Dave Moore. Hey little girl, I know I don't talk that much to you. Under the stars down by the river, looking up like I used to do. But tonight I need to talk. I'm gonna take a little walk like we got all the time in the world. Your sister found the big heart, strong and true. And if you could have stuck around, I know she would have been there for you. When she held you or gave you a bath, she didn't know you didn't have all the time in the world. Mother's love remains, in fact it grows. She misses you in ways you'll never ever know. And me, I'm trying to be true, because I learned from you. We ain't got all the time in the world. Ooh. Last night I had a dream. You were running on legs just like mine. You had your mother's ways, half wild and half shy. You had your grandma's young red hair. Maybe you know each other there. And we got all the time in the world. Little girl, you know I don't talk that much to you. Under the stars down by the river, looking up like I used to do. But tonight I need to talk. I'm gonna take a little walk like we got all the time in the world. We've got all the time in the world. not pick up this instrument without doing that. It's just that simple. I love this guy. It's, there are other 12 strings that are more highly regarded. Guild makes the best 12 strings in my opinion, but they make a bigger one. I think it's the F212. That is bigger sounding, deeper. I got this because it felt good on my fingers, and that was a factor for me. A lot of what you picked, Leigh, are gut wrenchers. Not like there aren't a bunch to choose from. Every night I tell the same story, filled with thoughts and deeds that fall out of line. Maybe we could work it out if I knew what love's about, but I think she's got the best of me this time. Now I cover my tracks so she won't see through me, as I paint a laughing face on my darker side. But the lines they always show, as if I didn't know, but I think she's got the best of me this time. How does it end? I never know. Some things that hurt are best left untold. And where do you begin to tell someone you love it's all a mistake? No, it never really was. As she lies there, so safe in her dreamland, I stop and I wonder if I'll end up in time. Then I turn around and I drift away. Maybe I'll tell her some fine day, but I think she's got the best of me this time. Yeah, I think she's got the best of me this time. Ooh, yeah, I think she's got the best of me. That is probably a personal favorite for a lot of reasons. The song came from a very, very real place. It was written very, very quickly. I've said this before. Rick Boston and I wrote that song in about 10 minutes, literally. I mean, in other words, we didn't belabor. We didn't sit there with a pad and pen. He started playing, and I started making shit up. I made up the first 2 verses on the fly without, just improvised them, lyrics and melody and everything. He caught on and he put the guitar down and grabbed a piece of paper and just dashed off the bridge and handed it to me. And we tried it one more time. And I added the 3rd verse, again, all on the fly. It was as though I knew the story so well that I could improvise it because I just told it. Wasn't crafting it. I just told a story. Maybe We Could Work It Out came out, and I'm sitting there going, what do you rhyme that with if I knew what love's about? And I still don't really understand where, I think she's got the best of me this time. The interesting thing about it is you know, on the surface of things, it seems like it's about somebody who's leaving, but he doesn't leave. He just turns around and goes to sleep and says, well, maybe I'll tell her this sometime, as they live with the Cold War or whatever it is. And, of course, she believes that she's oblivious, right? You and I both know she's not oblivious at all. So it's a very mature story in some very simple lyrics, and that's how I feel about that. I'm not always stuck on my own material. I mean, I like it enough to write it, let's be honest, but I don't have a lot of ego or vanity about it. I mean, I write it, and then I let it go, and then I decide later, is it any good? And I don't always know the answer to that. It's all worth it. I better get my tuner. I haven't had a chance to check. I'll check in a little minute. You know, the stream and see how that's all. I mean, I can see the streams are running healthy. I don't go on Twitch or Periscope. I'm monitoring YouTube here, and it looks like, well, Dominique is new. Tammy and Maria and Melissa are there. Rody Rick. Hey, Rody Rick, you wrote me something recently on Facebook, and I mean on YouTube, and hi, Bobby Jacobson. You know, like I say, I'm going to keep going to the multiple profiles, although YouTube gets pretty pissed off. They're not threatening to take my stuff down. They're just saying I can't monetize the page, the streams, because I'm using copyrighted material. And thing is that they're even saying, you're using this copyrighted song called Maybe Later, and another one called Constant as the Night. Stop that. And, you know, the publishers that are filing these things are operating on my behalf. If the notion is they should monetize it, no problem. You monetize it, take your cut, and then give me my bit. I just think it's amusing when they bust you for doing your own material. It's okay, they also busted me for the John Prine stuff. I know that they're going to bust me for the Jackson Browne song. I just played Avalanche. I'm still playing Avalanche. Here we go. See, we stole the beginning of this song for Avalanche. That's why we didn't put this out until 2008. When I was younger, I looked for heroes, someone who knew the world better than me. I told my brother he was my hero, probably the last thing he wanted to be. He had a fire raging in his fearless eyes. Every word he spoke rang so true. I thought I found my purpose till I realized some things heroes can't do. As I grew older, I looked for lovers, for the one true passion I could find. And when I found her, she was all I dreamed of, and she promised me that she was mine. She had a fire raging in her loving eyes. Every word she spoke rang so true. I thought I'd found my purpose till I realized some things lovers can't do. It took me so far down, there was nothing left to do. And so I knelt down and prayed to heaven for a guiding hand to lead the way. I want an answer, I need a savior. I've got to hear the things he has to say. I saw a fire raging in my tired eyes. Every dream I had came so true. I heard a soft voice tell me, damn it, open up your eyes. Something saviors can't do. Oh no, it's all up to you. That was Purpose. That came out in 2008. It was written around 1994. We pilfered the opening in 1997 for Avalanche that we put on an album in 98. So we basically thought it was, we used it for parts, basically. That's what you do, because the song wasn't, some things about the song were not working for us. And so we pilfered it for parts. And then when we got to Learning to Fall in 2008, we kind of needed an Eric song. And I said, why don't we do that? He goes, because we pilfered it. I went, yeah, but what are they going to do? Kill us? I'm not going to do that. So we did. So we pilfered our own song. And I'm really glad we did, because I think Eric always wanted to, Eric wrote most of that song. I think he always wanted to say out loud that his brother was his hero. In fact, we always had an issue with the line, probably the last thing he wanted to be, because everybody I've ever known would be thrilled to be considered their brother's hero. And I know that Neil Lowen, did think that, but I think Eric was being, was hyperbole in a way, or just, a way of expressing something. Tim Roberts Hardy says, hey, Joe. No, I'm not going to do Hey, Joe. Which Joe? Not going to be my son, is it? Hey, Joe, like the song. Got to find out. Hi, Shelley Howard. There's Joe Sierra. Ah, very cool. Francie says sausage. Okay. I don't know where that came from. I don't even want to go there. I'm looking back and saying, hi, Melissa Bouvier. Do you pronounce it Bouvier like Jacqueline did? Are you related? Inquiring minds want to know. Inquiring minds is code for noisy shitheads. Healthy streams. That's from your lips to God's ear. You know what I mean? I'm going to use the other guitar. No, I'm not. Licking the pick. I love it. From Shannon Brackett. Yeah, well, I actually do that because I can hang on to them better. They fall out of my hands otherwise. Once upon a time, I got taught to do this, to keep a pick in position, and I realized this is one a fan will never steal. Just saying. There's a light, a certain kind of light that never shone on me. I want my life to be lived with you, lived with you. There's a way, everybody says, to do each and every little thing. But what good would it bring if I can't have you, can't have you? Baby, you don't know what it's like. Baby, you don't know what it's like to love somebody, to love somebody the way I love you. In my brain, I see your face again. I know my frame of mind. You ain't got to be so blind. And I'm blind, so blind. I'm a man, can't you see what I am? And I live, I breathe for you. But what good would it do if I can't have you, can't have you? Baby, you don't know what it's like. Baby, you don't know what it's like to love somebody, to love somebody the way I love you. Can't you see what I am? I live, I breathe for you. But what good would it do if I can't have you, can't have you, baby? You don't know what it's like. Baby, you don't know what it's like. Love somebody, to love somebody the way I love you. Oh, baby, you don't know what it's like. Baby, you don't know what it's like to love somebody, to love somebody the way I love you. One of the best songs ever written by Barry Gibb of the Bee Gees and released on their very first album. Barry Gibb wrote that song for Otis Redding, and Otis died and couldn't do the song. I don't happen to know if he ever actually pitched it to Otis, but hey, you know, it's fucking Otis Redding, you guys. I'm sorry, but it's Otis Redding. the album Scratch at the Door. I wrote this with Eric, Lowen, and Susanna Hoffs of the Bangles. The version that Susanna did, she didn't put on an album, but she did it a lot slower and called it Old Boyfriend. Now, Eric and I weren't about to put out a song called Old Boyfriend. We didn't change any words, we just changed the title to Do With Me What You Will. Do with me what you will. Do with me what you will. City lights, immortal poems, notes from a dirty old man, sonnets from the Portuguese, given by her old boyfriend, her old boyfriend. We set this house on fire outside Providence. It was a floating opera filled with mystery, pride and prejudice. Doesn't mean that much to me, it's true. I know a lot of things I couldn't learn from you, so do with me what you will. Do with me what you will. Down to the east side scene, I watch the lights go down. In my anthology, they were pieces of time, just like Babylon. Doesn't mean that much to me, it's true. I know a lot of things I couldn't learn from you, so do with me what you will. 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 'Cause I don't care. Doesn't mean that much to me, it's true. I know a lot of things I couldn't learn from you, and I don't really miss the life we left behind. We wrote the book, and I read it all the time, so do with me what you will. 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 And walk away. I always loved that song. Donald Davidoff busted us. There's a lick in it on the record that we unintentionally, that sounds exactly like another song by a group called Dada, a song called Disneyland. I just robbed a liquor store, now I'm going to Disneyland. They're very similar. It was unintentional. And I wouldn't call it copyright infringement, but then I also wouldn't ask them. Actually, we actually know the guys from Dada, and Mike Gurley, Joey Coelho, I think his name was, and I don't remember the third guy. And when we were making All the Time in the World at Q Recorders in Falls Church, Virginia, they were playing a block down the street at the State Theater, so we walked down there and hung out with them that night. that's all I got to say is yeah. So we're getting into some seemingly fairly irreverent, you know. I think putting these two songs together is sheer genius. This song was intended to be an editorial comment of the state of my personal life. Except that's not completely true, because I was actually dating somebody when we put that record out. Maybe it was just the state of my fantasy personal life. A woman like a picture in my mind, left me standing naked, wet and blind. A woman who could twist me just like clay. Every time I asked if she would stay, she said no and she never came back again. She said no and she never came back. She took my heart and she wouldn't give it back again. She said no and she never came back. She said no and she never came back. I remember it now. She stood there in the doorway and she smiled. She told me I was perfect for a while. I asked her if she had the time of day. She shook her head and then she walked away. She said no and she never came back again. She said no and she never came back. She took my heart and she wouldn't give it back again. She said no and she never came back. She said no and she never came back. Oh, somebody help me, 'cause I can't get her off my mind. Oh, she never said goodbye. She never said goodbye. A woman like a picture in my mind, left me standing naked, wet and blind. A woman who could twist me just like clay. Every time I asked if she would stay, she said no and she never came back again. She said no and she never came back. She took my heart and she wouldn't give it back again. She said no and she never came back. She said no and she never came back again. She said no and she never came back. She took my heart and she wouldn't give it back again. She said no and she never came back. She said no and she never came back. A woman like a picture in my mind. just can't say I gotta let you go, and right away after what you did I can't stay on, and I'll probably feel a whole lot better when you're gone. Oh, when you're gone. Not out of the question. I was thinking of that song when we wrote this. Cross between Feel a Whole Lot Better by the Byrds and almost anything that the Smithereens wrote, which was basically, it was designed to be in some ways fairly teenaged, you know, just a upbeat song about a girl. Nothing more profound than that. Just saying. Well, now, so Leigh asked for a particular cover song, a song that I've never played, a song that I absolutely loved. And as I got to listening to it, these songs sometimes takes me about a half hour to learn them and to get the lyrics down. This one took 2 hours, because not that it's that hard a song, it doesn't seem like that hard a song until you get into the chords of it and where it goes. Now, let me see if I can, I sure hope I can find it, because if it's not in here, I'm going to have to bring the whole computer out here. Here it is. Never played this song all the way through? Talk amongst yourselves. I need water. What else is going on? It's 6:30. Oh my God, it's been an hour and a half. We're moving right along. It's a great set that you called for here. And like I say, there's some really interesting choices. I call it off the beaten path. Looks like I'm going to have to turn some light up. The YouTube stream is brighter than the Facebook stream. So where are my lights? These are my trusty, this is my, check this out. See if I like turn them off. It gets really dark in here. Ooh. And then Paul start writing me notes or calling me. It's too dark. I'm not complaining. I'm very grateful for Paul Wiltberger. Grateful for all of you too. All of you who show up. All of you who hang out. See, oh my God. You see, I hadn't seen what it actually looks like on the screen. That's pretty wild. This is a very professional operation here in the CoronaZone, just saying. Well, so YouTube liked less light, better. I'm sorry, Facebook. It got really dark on YouTube. It didn't get quite as dark on Facebook. What else is going on? Tomorrow is, I think tomorrow is Dorian White's set. Thursday, Alyssa Barron's set. Friday, Peter Krantz. Saturday, Janice Ditchfield in the set that was stalled from last week when the system blew up. And then I'm going to figure out what to do. There is, I believe, there's at least one more week after this of fan sets. So we'll see what this all is. I'm going to try to... I'm going to try to not leave sentences half finished. I got to meet the person who recorded this once. Her daughter is a very good friend of mine. And I think what was really cool once, I was introducing a video telethon during this COVID shutdown. I was one of the hosts. And my friend Louise Goffin was one of the artists. And I think I referred to her as, I think I said something about Carole King's her mother or something like that. The way that I said it was backwards from what most people say it. Stayed in bed all morning just to pass the time. There's something wrong here, there can be no denying. One of us is changing, or maybe we just stopped trying. But it's too late, baby, now it's too late. Though we really did try to make it. Something inside is dying, and I can't hide, and I just can't take it. Oh, it used to be so easy being here with you. You were light and breezy, and I knew just what to do. Now you look so unhappy, and I feel like a fool. But it's too late, baby, now it's too late. Though we really did try to make it. Something inside is dying, I can't hide, and I just can't fake it. Oh no. There's a long guitar solo in here. I'll just pretend that there was a glitch in the live stream and that you all missed it. Oh man, that was the best solo I ever played. Solo without a guitar player playing the rhythm part. There'll be good times again for me and you, but we just can't stay together. Don't you feel it too? Still I'm glad for what we had and how I once loved you. But it's too late, baby, now it's too late. Oh, we really did try to make it. Something inside is dying, I can't hide it, I just can't fake it. Oh, no, no. It's too late, baby. It's too late now, darling. It's too late. Now that's a hit song. Just saying. That thing set the world on its ear, which was funny because at the point that Carole King put that out, she had been a major hit songwriter for about 10 years. And all of a sudden, she decides to become an artist. She put a record out called, I think, Writer. In fact, Danny Cooch, who I referred to, is all over most of her early stuff. And she was besties with James Taylor at that point in time. Such that James Taylor's hit, You've Got a Friend, was written by Carole King. Well, Carole King was a huge songwriter. She'd, written The Locomotion and, oh my God, You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman, which is probably one of the best songs ever. Under the Boardwalk. Or, I'm sorry, not Under the Boardwalk, Up on the Roof. I get the two mixed up. One's low and one's high. Up on the Roof. She wrote Monkees tunes. I mean, she wrote Sometime in the Morning that the Monkees had a hit with. She wrote, oh my God. Woke up this morning feeling fine. Had something special on my mind. Last night I met a new girl in the neighborhood. Oh yeah. Something tells me I'm into something good. She's the kind of girl who's not too shy. I'm her kind of guy. Next week, and she told me I could. Oh yeah. Then we danced for a minute or two, and then she stuck close to me the whole night through. Could we be falling in love? She's everything I've been dreaming of. So I walked her home and she held my hand. I knew this wouldn't be just a one-night stand. I asked to see her next week, and she told me I could. Oh yeah. Something tells me I'm into something good. Into something good. Oh yeah. Something good that tells me I'm into something tells me I'm. I'm not sure that there's a more efficient song ever written. That wasn't on your list, Leigh, but I did it anyway. I guess I'm going to have to give you your money back, aren't I? Just saying. The thing is that there's a string of songs in a row here that are all about disappointment and love. That's as close to that lick as I'm gonna get. You know it's not that easy. You know it's not that hard. Walking out won't kill me, but I won't go unscarred. I'm gonna keep my chin up. Gonna hold my head way up high. I'll get myself together. At least I'm gonna try. But first I'm gonna cry. First I'm gonna cry. I'll get myself together, but first I'm gonna cry. I know I'll ask those questions. It's not that cut and dry. I'll seem a whole lot better, but I'm still a mess inside. I'm gonna find a new way. Gonna spread my wings out and fly. I'll make it on my own, yeah, just me, myself, and I. But first I'm gonna cry. First I'm gonna cry. I'll do it on my own, yeah, but first I'm gonna cry. Don't you worry about the way that I feel. Now my new life has begun. I'll be flying high, much more than getting by. But first comes the blood. Don't you worry about the way that I feel. Now my new life has begun. I'll be flying high, much more than getting by. But first comes the flood. I've learned the hardest lessons. I won't curl up and die. I'll stand up stone cold sober and be the toughest guy. But first I'm gonna cry. First I'm gonna cry. I'll stand up stone cold sober, but first I'm gonna cry. I'll start my life all over, but first I'm gonna cry. First I'm gonna cry. First I'm gonna cry. First I'm gonna cry. That was actually the first single. Once upon a time, there used to be these things called singles. That was the first single off of Lowen Navarro's third album. Came out a couple of years ago, like 1995. Long time ago. I was 9. Okay, so I was okay. I'm lying. I was 11. We were both 11. Anyways, all this is to say, God. Paul just sent me a note saying, can I yammer for 6 minutes so that he can go see David Amram? I think the Woody Guthrie Festival is happening online. And David Amram is one of my favorite people in the world. So you know what? It's 6:45 p.m. California time. I am, in fact, going to yammer for 6 solid minutes. I don't care if we run over. If you want to run over there, I'm not sure where it's airing. It might be Facebook Live. I don't really know. You might need to Google it. But the bottom line, David Amram is one of the greatest. So yes, in fact, I might even go take a look myself. David Amram is 89 years old. He's been a jazz French horn player. He's been a classical conductor. He's been a film composer. He wrote the score to The Manchurian Candidate. He is one of the coolest human beings on the face of the earth. Hung out with Dizzy Gillespie, hung out with Charlie Parker, hung out with Woody Guthrie and Pete Seeger. Knew all those guys. Was close with all of them. And he comes to most of the festivals that I go to. And he comes to Folk Alliance. He's 89 frickin' years old. He wears skinny jeans, and he can stay up later than me. We would run Cantina Navarro until 4 o'clock in the morning. And damned if when it was breaking down, he wouldn't he would stay up till super late. Paul, you said you were kidding, but you know what? I love David Amram, and I'm willing to yammer so that people can go watch him. So put up a post real quick on the thing here. If it's happening right this second, I will yammer until you come back and say all clear. For David Amram, I will put a pin in it because I adore that man. Normally right around this week would be the Woody Guthrie Festival, and today's the day that I would have flown to Oklahoma City to catch David Amram at the Blue Door in Oklahoma City the night before the Woody Guthrie Festival starts. Woody Fest, we call it. And I would fly in just to hang out. And then T-shirt Kathy Woolsey would pick up David and me and drive us to Okemah, Oklahoma, where we would then do the festival. What's amazing about it is, so on that 90-minute drive from Oklahoma City to Okemah, David and I would talk classical music. We would talk about classical conductors and, the people that we knew about. Now, I bought for a classical records section at Tower Records. That was my gig there. So we would talk about Leinsdorf, and we would talk about Von Karajan, and we would talk about Toscanini, and, oh my God, I mean, the most amazing, Sir John Barbaroli, Sir Adrian Bolt, and the amazing conductors, Dimitri Mitropoulos from the New York Philharmonic, people from a bygone era, long before Leonard Bernstein. Leonard Bernstein was the young kid on the block. I think Leonard Bernstein might be like 100 years old if he were still alive, or something close to that. But at this particular juncture, he was the new kid on the block, as these, older, amazing, oh my God, Sir Thomas Beecham, these amazing conductors from the day. And we would talk about that. And then he'd get out of the car 1:30 in the morning in Okemah and go, well, Pops, good night. Can't talk to the other kids about this stuff. They don't know about this stuff. It's always good riding with you. He started calling me Pops. When David Amram calls you Pops, that's one of the greatest honors ever. He is the coolest guy. He wears probably 50 medallions around his neck, plays penny whistle at all the folk festivals, sits in with people, And he's just the most incredible figure who comes and hangs. And so, Paul, I'm serious. Tell me when it's over. When that's over. Unless he's not actually on right now. Hold on. I will stall till you're back. If I were in Okima right now, I would be hanging out with my friends there. We're talking, Buffalo Ware, Nellie Marie Clay, Joel Raphael, my brother Joel Raphael. All the guys in the band, T.Z. Wright. He's on right now playing the penny whistle. I'm going to sit here and stall. Go find him. He's worth it. For this, I'm not going to sign off. I'm just going to sit here and put a pin in it until he's done. I'm going to find it. I might even put it up on something. He's an amazing, amazing creature. Let me see, Woody Fest. Truth told, I'm actually really bummed. Here it is.
From the Grand Coup, every state in the Union, us migrants have been. We'll work in this fight, and we'll fight till we win.
I don't know how to do this.
It's always we ramble, that river and I, all along your green valleys. I will work till I die. My land I'll defend with my life if it need be. 'Cause my pastures are plenty, must always be free. My land I'll defend with my life, if it be. 'Cause my pastures are plenty, must always be free.
That just made my day. They've got 338 people over there. For that, I would interrupt. David Amram is a force of nature. He's 80, he'll be 90 in November. And like I say, he is not just still going, he's thriving. So thank you for the opportunity to take a short break and do that. I don't need the break. I did need to see David Amram. Of course, I might have been on the on Woody Fest. I did need to see David Amram. Hi, Yukiko. Of course, I might have been Paul. On Woody Fest. Yes, freaking awesome, definitely awesome sauce. Hey, Jenny. I'm turning the audio down here as I go back through roll call. Screenshotted. Yeah, I was just trying to do my best holding it up there. It is what it is. Although I don't mind kind of putting a little bit out there. I was very disappointed I wasn't asked to do Woody Fest remotely. But, I'm here with you guys. I go where the love is. And thank you all for being here with me tonight. wrote this song with Aaron Hale, my old friend, and Ike Stubblefield, who I haven't seen or spoken to since we wrote the song. Aaron and I stay in very regular touch. Someone stole the fire inside your eyes, left you only ashes to hide behind. Echoes of the angry words roll like distant thunder and chill you like a cold December. You can't forget, you can't remember love. Love will return, no matter what you fear. The dark will disappear, love will return. Look beyond the strangers across the floor. Unfamiliar faces won't bring you what you're looking for. Fall into these outstretched arms to hold you as you tremble. A sanctuary warm and tender to keep you safe till you remember love. Love will return, no matter what you fear. The dark will disappear, love will return. It's close enough to find, but hard enough to learn. Love will return, love will return. The heat you feel will warm you like the sun. Let it come until you remember love. Love will return, no matter what you fear. The dark will disappear, love will return. It's close enough to find, but hard enough to learn. Love will return, love will return. Love will return. I've said this before, I don't play that song nearly often enough. One of the things that the CoronaZone shows have done for me is bring me back in contact with songs that I had pretty much left behind. I can't say I abandoned them, but they get, when you're doing 15 songs in a set, you have your favorites. You have the things you feel like you need to play, like whatever's on the current release. You play your newest stuff. And with more than 80 songs to pick from and only managing to get 15 to 18 into a set, you leave a lot of songs by the wayside. Well, this process, not only just the repetition of 100 shows, but things like the grab bag when I did every song I'd ever sung and pulled them out of a hat. And this process where I'm doing what you want me to do and you have your favorites, it keeps bringing up songs that I'd forgotten about. And that's been one of the most fun things about this whole process. song has a sing-along section, an answer part in the chorus. Well, I look into the mirror and I don't like what I see. Just a bag of vain excuses that looks a lot like me. I got one hand on the Bible and the other on the door. It's a lesson in survival, nothing more. So I found myself a woman, and she put me on the stand. But I just stood there grinning with my necktie in my hand. 'Cause it's so hard to live up to when you're broken at the core. I ran out of ways to hide it, and she couldn't take no more. It's so hard to face a future, wearing your illusions on your sleeve. So I close my eyes and look for signs of life, but I still believe, I still believe, I still believe. Well, you know I tried religion, and I tried therapy, but there ain't that much that makes it go much easier for me. So I lost myself in liquor, and I found myself in pain. And I think I got that backwards, 'cause it's happening again. It's so hard to face a future, mile after mile on your knees. And the waterline keeps rising higher now, but I still believe, I still believe. I believe in second chances, I believe in laying low, I believe in the redemption that comes from letting go. And I believe in truth and justice, and in faith in God and man. And I believe in the surrender, and I'll do it if I can. It's so hard to face the future, wearing. It's so hard to face the future, ain't no closer than I thought I'd be. And I swear I don't know how, but I still believe, 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 I still believe. I got one more for you. I'm going to sit in a cool bath. I've been singing this song for over 40 years. I met the writer in 1974. Lost touch with him around 1978, shortly after a friend of his taught me this song. I used to do it at the restaurant with Eric, and then we used to do it in Lowen Navarro as an encore, unplugged, in our TFA in the middle of the room. I wasn't even in touch with the guy, and people started sending him notes going, man, somebody's playing your song out there. And he said, impossible. The woman who taught me this song was Rosie Flores, the wonderful rockabilly, wonderful roots artist. So she put me back in touch with Joel Raphael in 1994. And in 1994, Eric and I put this song on the re-release of Walking on a Wire. Through all the times I've played this song, it's never lost 1 ounce of its meaning, 1 BTU of its energy for me. You and I have been through this 1,000 times before. When do you think it will be over? It always makes me feel like walking out the door. To fight this way with my lover, 'cause we don't need this pain inside. Take back yours and I will take back mine. Should we both miss our foolish pride, we just might find a gold mine. Sometimes it seems like things just can't be right. My heart feels so dark and lonely. But in a little while, time turns on its light. And then I just want you to hold me. 'Cause we don't need this pain inside. Take back yours and I will take back mine. Should we both miss our foolish pride, we just might find a gold mine. Maybe someday you and I might find the time and place to make our lives a perfect union. But Until then, we'll have to learn to live with what we got. Until we take that last communion. 'Cause we don't need this hate inside. Take back yours, and I will take back mine. Should we both this, our foolish pride, we just might find a gold mine. We just might find a gold mine. We just might find a gold mine. That's Joel Raphael. He can write a song, can't he? Come on back tomorrow, 5 p.m. California time. Dorian White said. And then on Thursday, Alyssa Barron. Friday, Peter Krantz. Saturday, Janice Ditchfield. By the time we're done with the fan sets, there will have been 60 separate sets. Close to 1,000 songs. We're here for. All is quiet tonight. The stars are in their places. The moon will give us light so we can see into each other's faces. And I know the road is hard, but if we carry on we will get by. 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 Stay safe, everybody. Look what they've done to my song. Look what they've done to my song. They dolled it up in a big tuxedo, made it all come out wrong. Look what they've done to my song. Watch all them hearts going by, Mom. Watch all them hearts going by. Dan made up his very own song, and now he lets it fly. Watching them hearts going by. watching as the hearts go by, watching as the hearts go by, way up into the sky. All them hearts are here between you and I, all together now, watching as the hearts go by, all together now, watching as the hearts go by, all together now, watching as the hearts go by, 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 go by. I keep trying to whistle, I can't do it. I never learned how to whistle properly. I learned how to whistle through my teeth. I actually whistled in a movie. There's a whistling part in the movie Envy. I did it through my teeth. Watching the hearts go by. Watching as the hearts go by. Watching as the hearts go by. I don't want this to end. See you tomorrow. Same damn time. Same damn station. Love you, Dan fam. Bye.